Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So in today's review we're going to look at the Blackview X5 Smartwatch. Not a watch I was originally going to buy, but I have, and if you haven't seen the video of how I came to purchasing it, I'll put a link at the end of the video so you can check that out if you want to, along with the other stuff I bought. So I'm going to show you what's in the box, show you the smartwatch, the functions and everything, and just give my honest opinion about it. It's an independent review, so there's no sponsorship, so it's an honest opinion of what I think of it. And the X5, there's different versions to it, and this is just the version I happen to have got. So this is the box it comes in. They are available on Amazon. I've seen between about £36 to £54, something like that. I didn't buy it from Amazon, but like I say, if you watch that other video or you've seen it already, you'll know where I got it from. So in the box you get your sort of standard user manual. You get a spare watch strap, red one if you don't want the black one that comes on the watch, and you get a charger. Now you would get a charger. I didn't get a charger with mine, but like I say, if you watch my video you'll know why I didn't get one. So I've purchased this one from Amazon. I don't think it's the official one you get, but it's basically got two contacts there which connect onto the back of the watch there to charge it, and then obviously you just put the USB end. I just charged it off my Mac in the USB port, and I didn't charge it fully, so you can check the battery status on the app and on the watch, which I'll show you in due course. And it's on 1 bar at the moment, but I didn't fully charge it, and I've had it about a week, so I reckon you'll get a couple weeks out of it without charging. Like I say, so that's just a basic sort of charger that you need. So I'll just go through with you in the manual, because obviously you have to set it up. So what you do is, when you first get the watch, it will give you a QR code. You select your language, gives you a QR code which you scan, and then basically it allows you to download the app on your phone, and then you just go through some settings. You just basically put in some bits and pieces about your sex, male, female, age and stuff like that, because then what that will do is it will then just give you some recommendations of things to try and achieve. So for example, recommends, for the settings I put in for age and everything, that I should get about 8 hours of sleep a night, and do about 18,000 steps a day, and you can then obviously track that on the phone and on the watch, and that just gives you a good target. And of course, you know, you can adjust them as well if you want to put less or more sleep, or more steps or less, whatever you want to do. I was thinking about getting an Apple Watch at some time, and now that I've come across this one, I find this one has exactly sort of what I need for it. I'm not someone that you know, I'm pretty healthy, you know, and all that sort of stuff, so I don't really need to be obsessive about monitoring these things. But I think it's nice to see, like, you know, the sleep thing, as you'll see, you know, tracks more than just the hours. I have seen online that there is some debate about how accurate the watches are. I mean, you know, you take everything with a pinch of salt really, but I think it's pretty good. Now you can see the face of the watch has you can, by the way, when you've got it on, you move your wrist and the screen will come on. Obviously it just switches off to save the battery power. So on the main screen there you can see you've got the time, you've got the weather, and you've got the date there, and then you've got the steps you've done so far. You've got what your current heart rate is, and also how many calories you've burnt so far. And on the back, that section there, that's what measures your heart rate and that, and I think that's also what tracks when you're asleep as well. It's all done with things to do with inside the watch and how it measures and everything. You can read all that online if you want to know the exact details. Like I say, there's some debate about how accurate it is, but you know, it's a nice little guide. So if you, when it's on, if you swipe right, you'll then get your detailed, so it shows the steps I've done so far, what that converts to in miles, and then the calories burnt, and then your next one is your sleep. So I got 7 hours 55 minutes, and then it breaks it down into two. So you've got your 1 hour 15, that was of sort of good quality sleep, and then you've got 6 hours 40 of more lighter sleep. And on the app, as I'll show you, it will give you sort of a breakdown of that. The next one is a detailed weather one, also gives you the weather for tomorrow. And then that's your heart rate, shows the highest it's so far, 73 for me, and then 53 was the lowest, and then the last reading was 70 beats per minute. Now if you swipe, if you pull down, it will show you now the if you press that phone thing there, that will then if you want to, for example, find your phone, it should then alert it. I believe now I've got the Bluetooth switched on. I believe I've got the Bluetooth switched on my phone. I'm sure I did. Let's have a look. Yeah, it is on. So I don't know why it's not finding it actually. See, it did when I did it last time. So I don't know why it's not finding it. Let's turn that off a minute. It's got an alarm you can set if you press that one. No alarms because I've not set any at the moment. That's for changing the brightness, and then you can just increase it or decrease it, however you want to do it. That's if you want to not disturb you, so because you can have alerts set up and stuff. So, and then that's just the information about the smartwatch. So that's for the down screen, and it also tells you your battery symbol there, and again it's got time and the date there, and about if it's connected to Bluetooth or not. And if you swipe down, you've got messages. I haven't set up the messaging thing yet. I just think it alerts you to the messages. I'm not sure if it actually displays the messages or not. And then if you go left, you can go back through the bits and pieces there, so you can go left or right. And then the bottom button will give you your other bits and pieces. So you've got sports there, so you can set up if you're doing an outdoor run, an outdoor walk, an indoor run, indoor walk, hiking, mountaineering, outdoor cycle, stationary bike, rowing machine. So there's a lot of different things there you can set up. You've got a stopwatch as well, which is obviously very handy. You've also got a timer, so if you want a timer. You've also got let's go music. Now it won't play music on the actual stopwatch, but you can actually control it like a remote control. Just, you know, so if you've got the phone on a loudspeaker, for example, you can just and just play some music by activating your watch. And then what else have we got on here? We've got that female. Now I wasn't sure what that was. It's not set up, but from what I understand, it's to do with menstrual cycle and ovulation, things like that. So if you want to set up your best days for ovulation and that, so that's what that's to do with, from what I understand. Photograph. Now for photograph, you can set up, if you've got your camera, this will be handy for if you're taking photo from a distance. So if, for example, I had a let's stand it somewhere. Let's put it in there a minute. So you've got the phone there, and I don't think it's going to work when it's off, but if I shake it, yeah, if you saw that on the camera, it took a photo. So that's handy if you want to do like a long distance photograph rather than have to set a timer and then have to get into the photo or whatever in a certain time. And then you've got obviously just the weather again, and then you've got your settings where you can actually change your brightness. You've got dial settings, so if you want a different interface than the one that you've got, there's quite a few to choose from there, which is good, depending on what style you want. And there's about clearing data and app download. So there's a lot on there, and like I say, obviously you get the manual. Now on the phone, the app, obviously you've got your, it will update every time you connect through Bluetooth. So you've got to say, it shows a summary of the steps. You can then obviously go to yesterday, see what you did yesterday, and then also 2 days ago, so you can have a little look back. Also click on the pedometer, and then it will give you a more detailed breakdown through the graph, which is handy. And also you can go through to different dates as well, so you can keep a track of what you've done as well, which is handy. And then now that's asleep. Now that's what I was talking about. It gives you more of a breakdown of what exactly your sleep pattern look like, which could be handy for if you want to you know, sort of keep an eye on that. And then you can do the same with heart rate as well, and you can have a look at how well that is as well. There's loads of other things you can do as well. So I've only, you know, briefly looked at it. There's other bits on the app. You've got all your details, your sleep goal and everything. That's where I was saying where you can change it. If you don't want the 18,000 that's been suggested, the 8 hours of sleep, you can change all that as well. I found it easy to set up as well. And I've got obviously nothing to compare against with any other smartwatches, but you know, you can you know, if you've had another smartwatch, then obviously you'll know how this compares. You know, obviously I didn't pay as much as the £36 to £54 I've seen roughly on Amazon for these smartwatches. Like I say, if you watch our video, if you've seen it, you'll know how much I paid. But you know, I would probably say I would probably pay maybe not 54, but maybe round about, you know, 30 to 35, something like that. You know, I've always thought you know, smartwatches are a good idea. Now it depends, of course, what you want. If you want to actually play music and everything, and have all the, because I know some you can have, if when phone calls come through on your phone and on the watch and that as well, you know, that's you know, ideal if you haven't got your phone with you. I do most of the time, but what I like about the watch, for example, is obviously I've got it on me all the time, apart from obviously for baths and that, and you know, so it's a better way of tracking the steps, for example, because obviously with the phone it's not always accurate, because I haven't always got the phone on me, so I'm taking steps when, you know, it's not recording absolutely everything. So interface of how to use it, I think it's really good. I like the fact it's got a summary on the screen there. You know, like I say, it's just a rough guide for me. It's just something to have a little look at, and I think it's handy. Obviously, if you've got health conditions, then obviously they're a good idea to have one. So I would recommend this. Like I said, I've got nothing else to compare it to. But I think if you want to not pay as much as, say, the Apple smartwatches or the other brands, then this might be a good starting point for you. I will put links in the description so you can check them out, and see for yourself and read other people's reviews as well. But I hope you found that handy, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. What smart watches you've got, and what you'd recommend. I mean, if you've got this one, and what you think of it as well. And please do give the video a like, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And thank you, of course, if you have, and ring that bell for notifications of other reviews and also other videos as well. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.